the Mavs run to the title, man. I felt like you said, Mike, it should have been a sweep. I think that they were a little bit too excited in game 4. If you even look from the way they're playing, they were going for a lot of home runs, a lot of, the flashy 3-point shots. Yeah, there'll be times where, Minnesota, it will be only a 4-point game, and here they come trying to do a save the world type 3. I think they were just too much thinking about the celebration instead of actually winning the game. So I think that was a factor in game 4. But last night they was on a mission, man. I think one thing we've seen over these last couple of years is, man, Luka, that boy is disrespectful. Like as me and Mike make this joke that he hoops so well, almost look racist. Like the way look, I'm like, I don't really like how he talking to black people like that. Like I like when he told somebody when we yelled in the crowd yesterday, who's crying now, motherfucker. I was like, I hope that when I know he wasn't talking to Snoop. That was my first reaction. I had to rewind. I had to watch the video. He was talking to a white man behind Snoop and Jimmy Jam, who at the game. And Snoop was just shaking the head like, yo, this nigga cold. But go ahead.
No, y'all say let's be clear. If he was talking to anybody in the crowd in Minnesota, it's a 97% chance it was a white person.
Well, no, I'm just saying the way he was
scan that crowd.
He was looking at Snoop's direction.
It wasn't a nigga in sight outside of the celebrities.
Outside of Snoop and Jimmy Jam, there was no nigga there. And A-Rod, I know black, but they was all there. but he has that crazy gene, man. And then he been talking. Who knows? We've been saying Anthony Edwards. Asked him at the game 3 what he said to Anthony. He said, I can't say it. Like, we know what the nigga hates Devin Booker. So you just kind of see like that I hate the mama mentality thing, but he has that psycho inside of him, man. I think that he was just tired of people talking, and he took it out on the day. But the road that the Mavericks took, I mean, a year ago, like we talked about the Kyrie Irving trade, them not even making the play in last year. How they're gonna mesh. They put that roster pretty good together. A very underrated signing in Derrick Jones Jr. He was a solid player for the Bulls when Billy Donovan actually gave him some minutes, adding him to it. But the season got saved. But take it to the next level when they traded for PJ Washington, traded for Daniel Gafford, started giving Derek Lively more minutes. That really just changed the entire fortune of this team. And Jason Kidd really, really doing a great job in making this team's identity. We know that Kyrie and Luka can score, but kind of making the identity more on the defensive side. Now, I'm not going to say Luka and Kyrie are great defenders if they're not, but both have been doing a really good job defensively in these playoffs that you got to give them some credit. And to see where they've come from a year ago to make it here, they're only the 2nd, 5th seed to make the NBA Finals. The last one was the what's called the Heat, but that's doing the intramural championship, as Bang likes to call it, the Mickey Mouse, the Mickey Mouse Classic, as we like to call it. But that's the last time it happened.
The Mickey Mouse Invitational.
Mickey Mouse Invitational. We all know that also the only 6th seed winning championship was the Houston Rockets back in '95, so it's in that whole type of thing. But Mike, tell us what you feel about just the role that Dallas is taking over this last year to make it to the NBA Finals.
I mean, everybody wants to just obviously credit the play of Luka and Kyrie, but honestly, bro, you have to give most of the credit to the GM and Jason Kidd, the head coach. Like, they just did an amazing job of putting the pieces together. Like you said, acquiring PJ Washington was rotting in hell in Charlotte. If you in Charlotte in general, you rotting in hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, you getting him there, you getting Daniel Gafford, who, crashes aboard athleticism. Just the thought of just playing Derek Lively. And like, we've seen Derrick Jones Jr. in different spots, and we just look at him as a high flyer. I swear to God, I'm not going to lie to you. Until he got to Dallas, I never seen him shoot a jump shot. I didn't know the nigga was left-handed.
He shot a lot of threes in the Bulls, bro.
But I don't watch a lot of Bulls games. That's you know what I'm saying? Like, why am I sitting up here watching Bulls games? That's crazy. I might as well watch the White Sox, but that's a different story. But just the way that's why I keep telling people, like, the GM, I think it was what Michael Jordan told Jerry Krause, like, the GMs don't make the championships and shit like that. But honestly, the fuck you do. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, I'm not here to fucking go out there and play, but I'm here to put the team together. Like, Jason Kidd is there to think for you. That's why the coach is there. They're there to think for you, you know what I'm saying, for the players. And Luka said that yesterday while, at the after the game was over, talking to Inside NBA, he was telling, like, you know, Jason Kidd putting us in the right place. He's a point guard, so he can help Luka and Kyrie get to this point where they're at right now. But I just love the team that they built. Like, we know their offensive team, so you're just making just the simplest adjustment. You know, playing Derek, like, now you got two bigs who can defend, could rebound, and could jump and get and fucking dunk the ball. The oop selection that Luka could give now. At first, you know, I don't know who the fuck. I can't stand Maxi Kleber. He's terrible to me. But, you know, just those simple adjustments. I think I can't stand Maxi, but I think everybody just fits their role. Like, I think Kyrie could go down as one of the better number 2 players or 1B players you ever seen. And that goes back to what you were saying earlier. Like, yeah, he shut the fuck up. But also, if you look at it, Kyrie did better when he wasn't the quote-unquote best player. Like, when he went to the Nets at first, when KD wasn't playing, he was the best player, but it just didn't work out. When he was with Boston, it just didn't work out. But when KD got there, they did have a little groove. When he played with LeBron, obviously they went to 3 straight NBA Finals, and now he's playing with Luka. It didn't go as well at first, but then they got the going good. So I credit the GM and what you call him the most.
Yeah, and big shout out to the GM is Nico Harrison. We've been calling that nigga Nico Harrison. Shout out to that black man. They want to fuck your name up, brother. But yeah, he was former Nike employee, and like Alex says in the chat, he's a former Nike employee who actually does his GM's job, unlike Worldwide Westside, who is GM of the Chicago Bulls, and we don't know what that nigga does. But
what does Mark Eversley do, y'all? Somebody say something.
Somebody tell me Mark Eversley does.
Well, tell us what he do.
Get money.
Get money. That's the only thing he do is get money. And you know, if you're a Rhinestones employee, you get a check you ain't got to work for. But bang, what do you think about the Mavs road the last year to get to where they are now?
Hey man, this is something that you normally see in the NFL, like worst to first, that didn't make to the playoffs, now go to the finals. I think this is dope. But also, before the series, what did I say here? If Kyrie and Luka, who they say they are, I just said that Minnesota was going to win in 7. But we saw what happened.
I think this whole cast picked Minnesota.
Yeah, we all picked Minnesota either 6 or 7 games. But this is what we've been waiting for Luka, and it definitely helps that Kyrie is there. I think a number of people have said what Mike said, right? Kyrie leaves Cleveland. He tries to strike it out on his own. It didn't work. But then you have the Brooklyn situation. And Dallas, we all know that Dallas wasn't his choice. He wanted to go to LA. He wanted to go back to LeBron. But I think with Luka, it shows to definitely be a better choice. But also, even though Luka is who Luka is, right? Luka does not have the camera on him like LeBron and some of these other players. So I think an underrated fact about the Dallas Mavericks and this particular team here, before we get to the role players, is the fact that he's on the team with a star. Kyrie is on the team with a star. And even though this star is one of the better, bigger name players in the league, he does not have the light on him like some of the other top players. So he could be with a top player and still be kind of under the radar, because Dallas is a team, for some reason, you don't necessarily even think of the Dallas Mavericks or the Dallas demo being a major market. It is a top 10 market. With that being said, I said it a couple of weeks ago, I'll say it here today. Hey man, it's big team building hours. That's what this is. Yep. It's just showing you that team building and coaching are back. This ain't the days no more where you could just have the three best players on the team and just go get a coach. All right? Nah. Jason Kidd been coaching his ass off, and they really went and built this team. And to get PJ Washington and Daniel Gafford, who was just on Washington and Charlotte respectively, or disrespectively, PJ Washington was dealing with baby mama drama. That was the only type of publicity this man got, dealing with baby mama.
Ain't PJ Washington baby mama Brittany Renner?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. The only type of publicity that man got was baby mama drama. And look, they come in, and both of them are key figures to a team, key bench players. So it's real team building hours. So shouts out to Nico Harrison, shouts out to Jason Kidd, shouts out to Michael Finley as well. We don't want to forget Chicago's finest,
crib legend.
So it's real team building, and teams like Dallas, who big name free agents don't go to, that's how you build your team, through draft and through free agency. I mean, draft, little free agent moves, and trades, and that's exactly what they did.
Did y'all see that video of Luka in the back chilling with his daddy, and he was drinking a beer, and Michael Finley was like, "Nah, nigga, we finna have you playing 40 minutes a game."
We need that. We need you to put that down, sir.
You need to put that down. But Dante, tell me, what you think about this Mavericks, run this last year?
It was great to see. Luka and Kyrie, two special talents. So I hear bang when you talk about the team building, but it's still tough when you got two superstars. Like, that's what you need at the end of the day. Like, the top talent is going to rise to the top, and in this situation you had two of the best scorers in the game. A lot of people have already put them up there as the best scoring backcourt in obviously NFL, in NBA history. But just their unique shot making ability, and when they both get hot, it's a wrap. The one game they lost, Kyrie had a bad game. Had Kyrie not had that bad game, they probably would have swept them. But as far as Dallas, shout out to Mark Cuban. He relinquished ownership this year to a back seat, but with everything that was going on with Kyrie, he did stick by Kyrie and allow him to stay there and find himself. So you got to give him credit for that. And I think this is a team that, even with everything we've seen with Boston and how good they are, it's going to be a very good NBA Finals. Like, they definitely going to be a fight. It's going to be a fight. I don't care how many defenders you have, because you may have to put Drew on Luka just for the size. Like, you can't. But yeah, exactly. You can't. So like, their best defender, I think, in my opinion, is probably Drew Holiday. But he's not gonna guard Luka because of the size difference. So I'm interested in seeing the matchups. If Kristaps Porzingis comes back, I know we're gonna get into all this later, but I think as far as the Dallas Mavericks, this run, beating 3 of the 4 top seeds, it just shows you, when you have two of the best at what they do, that can get you anywhere. And they got hot when they needed to get hot. And even with Luka being hobbled half of the previous series, he finally looked like he, was getting a little more bounce in his step. He not, obviously he ain't the most athletic nigga out there, but he was getting a little more bounce to his step this series. And so I think they're gonna be, locked and loaded going into the finals. And they definitely took that beer, because Luka looked like he can gain 10 pounds in like 2 days. So like, they just probably told bro, they dial it back a bit.
Big hookah Dante.
That paper on this player, haters, old news, money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna